What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thank you all for being here. It is the 5th day of February, and here we are at about $0.00167, roughly 3 days, 7 hours left in this week, roughly 6 hours, 17 minutes left in this day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Okay, so here we are, plummeting to our deaths. Not seeing the reaction at all that I was expecting for us to have down at these areas. This is back whenever I thought Bitcoin was still in a bull market 2 days ago. I still believed we were going to see some type of a fake out, and unfortunately, the fake out did not happen. It was the real deal, guys. It was the real banana here. Let's see, ZBCN, Bybit. Sure, we'll do this one. The volume is still rather pathetic. It's still rather pathetic for the type of movement that we're seeing, which does give me a lot of hope that we will see a quick recovery back up. But unfortunately, this recovery is not going to be something that lasts. As I said on my X post here, no, I do not expect any predictions, any that I've made over the past months to come true as I've predicted. That includes Zebec, any. I didn't say some, I didn't say all but one, I said any. For a reason. Any. For a long time, for a very long time, we had assumed that this consolidation phase would break out to the upside. And that the target area would be somewhere between 3.5 to 4 cents. And that's, or 3 to 4.5 cents. And that's just not it anymore, guys. We have broken out of this to the downside. Are we breaking out, though, is the question. Like, yes. We are lower than these lows. Yes, we are breaking down. But are we just in a channel? Like, are we in something more like this? We're not really breaking out. We're just continuing the trend. Really, where we are, not a financial advisor, it's a really good area to buy. Prior areas of resistance here, prior areas of resistance there, from a relative low, your all-time low, to your relative high, your all-time high. You're right at the golden ratio zone. It's not ideal. It's especially not ideal for anybody who bought the highs here, who bought the highs here, who whatever. But anybody who's been DCAing or waiting to buy some more ZBCN, I mean, this is a very appropriate time. Because, again, likely from here, what happens is we'll recover somewhere into this zone or higher before coming back down. Zebec's been in a bear market. If Bitcoin's in a bear market, Zebec's been in a bear market since May of 2025. That doesn't mean that you're anywhere near the end of your bear market now. You could go lower and for longer. It could be October, and you could see new all-time lows. I don't think that's going to happen necessarily, but it could be until October or later that we see some life come back, some real solid, vibrant life come back. We'll get a little taste of that here over the coming weeks and months, but I do wonder how much lower we'll go in this bear market dynamic with Bitcoin. I don't believe this is the low. I don't believe that's the low. I believe this is a relative low. I believe what I said is true. We are at a good area to buy. This is a really good time to buy some ZBCN, and I think there will be a nice pop here that probably takes us back around, if not above, $0.003. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all, even if we saw like a higher high relative to this, but it was a lower high overall. You know what I mean? Maybe we don't get a higher high than this. Maybe it is a lower high, but still something around 0.003, probably just below there, is what I would expect to see, and that's pretty decent gains from here. Most of you I know accumulated in these lower areas, right? I'm pretty sure most people have accumulated in these lower areas. I know there's a lot of people that bought the highs too, but we were bearish at these highs. We didn't get bullish till over here. We were bullish on ZBCN, but we weren't advocating the buy here. We weren't advocating the buy here. It was at these lower points, and that's not the point. That's not the purpose of what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to pull a track record. What I'm trying to say is, I think the most of you who are watching this channel, if we do go up to this 382, most of you should either be selling in like neutral for a slight loss or maybe even some profits. So what I'm getting at here is not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but we're in a bear market. We are in a downward trend. This next move up is an offloading point. Late to the party, but still likely Bitcoin will be in a bear market until June, July, August, September, October, somewhere in that time frame, probably. It's February. It's more than a quarter of a year. I don't know about you guys, but the last quarter of a year wasn't so good. I don't expect the next quarter of the year to be so good. if you could have had a chance to sell at 003, would you have taken it looking at the price now? I think you would have. So I think we're going to have that opportunity again, or somewhere probably just below 003, and then we'll probably persist down lower. There is a situation, a scenario where we do get a higher high. We do get like a proper V-shaped recovery, but again, still it's like this lower high dynamic that's playing out. I can't draw a straight line to save my life, but something like that could happen. And we'll be observant of that. We'll pay attention to the volume. We'll see what's going on with our indicators. Even if we see a higher high, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're outside of your lower high realm. You're outside of your channel, that you're breaking out or doing anything that merits significance, right? You had a higher high here, and that didn't do anything for you, right? Looking at this on the short-term stuff, looking at the 4-hour time frame, and then we'll zoom out. Zooming out here. I mean, this just looks parabolic. It looks parabolic. And typically, once you get to that point where it goes vertical, that's typically where you get your little V-shaped recovery. I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, like a snap of the fingers, it's going to be very, very fast. Tomorrow, the next day, sometime next week, we should be back at this 0021 area or higher, I would imagine. Start to consolidate, do our thing, and slowly but surely make our way up there over the month and maybe the months to come. Daily RSI looks sad. Kind of got a double bottom going on, actually, which is nice, but still sad. Volume's dying off, which is good as you're selling down, but still not a good look here overall. Stochastics are bad. Looking like they want to cross up, which is nice, but we need to get out of the oversold zone first. And the MACD relinquished all of its bullish divergence, so that's sad in itself. Daily time frame, looking at this, the MACD is terrible. It's very scary. The stochastics are terrible, and the RSI is as well. If we look at the RSI here, I don't think we've seen lower levels in the RSI for Zebec's whole life. So some people might hear that and say, oh, that's a good thing, right? That means that we're about to bounce. Maybe. Maybe. You know, we had the strongest readings for the RSI ever, and that was a relatively good area. So maybe the strongest readings to the downside might be a good area to bounce. But that doesn't mean that we're at like our bear market low or anything like that, right? I do expect a bounce here, and it should, I think, take us around 003, maybe just below, maybe just above. The highest that I would predict that we go to would probably be about like 004, maybe we see something like that. 3-day time frame here, looking at this. MACD looks sad, stochastics looks sad, RSI looks sad. There's not really a whole lot to go off of. From a low to a high, we're at the golden ratio. That's probably the best thing that we can go with right now, is that you're at the golden ratio. You've clearly shown respect at various levels on this fib here, so I think that you'll show respect here. That doesn't mean you have to bounce right here, right now. You can afford to go a little bit lower, maybe down to 00144 at the lowest, but probably not too much lower than where you are now. I would say Zebec has the green light for a buy, and at best we'll go up to 0041234. At worst, we'll probably go to like 00, let's say like 0026. Still, from here, either way, oops, that's anything from like a 60% to, I mean, potentially something on the lines like 140% pump in what I would expect to be like the next 30 to 60 days. I don't have anything else that I want to say. It is sad. It is unfortunate, and it is not what I've expected it to be for more than just months, for a while now. This bull market was very disappointing, and it is what it is. We move on or we don't, but I think that we should move on. I think we should carry on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Hold on. It is a lot of volume. Wow, volume. There's a lot of volume coming in today, you guys. Wow. Did that all just start happening? Oh, okay, 2 hours ago. That's why. A lot of volume there. Still a lot of volume on this hour too. That's interesting, y'all. That's interesting. I don't know, man. Are we going to drop below 60K? That'd be crazy if that like all happened within the next 24 hours. If that happens, Zebec will probably go lower as well. But again, even if we go lower with Zebec, you probably don't go below 00143. Probably not. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. My expectation is we will see a bounce very shortly. It should be a very short-lived, very fast bounce. Probably sometime in March we will be around 003. That'd be a good point to offload. and set up for the next buying area. Take care. Thank you all. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Bye-bye.